Welcome to the jungle. Turn 100. Now, I'm sorry again for spoiling and showing the map right away. I did show the battles I had planned, and hopefully we're not gonna repeat too much here, but if I do, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do my best. If we go through the messages, look at this. It's a lot of back and forth. We're gonna get lost. So let's start with the big mistake I did. I let my cap get attacked. And this is because I didn't put any PD. So this is one case where just a tiny little bit of PD would have been enough to kill his wyverns. But they do get the commander. So I lose a turn of cap recruitment. And I can't get my Nidbathe and my Crow clan. But they're not key to my strategy. I still have a lot of them. Mostly we need Bear Clan, we need Nidavangr, we need Bear Clan mages and nature gems to continue proceeding. So I'll move some stuff to break siege. Some people that were researching won't be a problem there. Did we see this one? I don't think so. Horses and mannequins. What do we have? We have a tiny bit of Nidbathe with Iron Order. He cast. What did he cast? Visions of Steel. Oh yeah, it increased by 2 here. And we have a Bear Clan doing Barkskin. No, this is the PD image. But the knit bays are pretty good. Yeah, not a problem there. In this one we saw. This one we saw. What happened here? Oh, here's just the PD dump I did when I wanted to put the 3 red seconds. And now they put it under siege. Yeah, this is a good army. We can take care of it, but we just can't take care of it and everything else. But we're defending. Here it was the flames from the sky. We already saw that. But there's something that's confusing me because I think here I had a lab. And what I thought happened is since I left this alone for 1 turn, they, Asphodel, I mean, destroyed the lab because they were trying to destroy the temples they destroyed just by raiding the province. But the lab they need a turn to order the destruction with the commander. But looking at the turn here, Anthrax casts flames from the sky, a magical laboratory burned down. So what does it mean? Was there a dome here? I don't think he put a dome. Did I destroy my own magic lab with the flames from the sky? I didn't know the spell did that. Maybe he gives that message because they deconstructed. That's something strange. What happened here? Another scary army taking my PD. Yeah, you can see how powerful the behemoths are. Here we succeeded. They took the lake from the Indies that attacked us last turn. Here we defended. This is that one we failed. We saw it worked, but in the replay, but not in reality. Oh, here was an interesting battle. Yeah. I didn't move the Queen of Winter away. And I just have very, very crappy PD. These Lion Tribe archers and warriors, they have 0 protection. So how are we gonna win this? Yeah, it's just her and a Crow clan. Yeah, and a Crow clan with no gear, no gems. A Wolf clan, sorry. Stygian Rains. So now these guys have 15 protection against normal attacks. Do you have any magical attacks here? None at all, only divines. So let's see if this is enough. Yeah, the first line of mannequins is very thin on the borders. The Lion Tribe with the Stygian Rains are doing well. And remember, the Stygian Rains doesn't work on inanimate, so they don't get it. Oh, they reached the Queen of Winter, but I don't think they're gonna kill her with all her defenses. She's invulnerable 15. Yeah, they routed right as they got her. The Lion Tribe Warrior Squad routed too. Oh. That was a good defense. Stygian Rains for the win. But they did manage to send some units here on the throne. Not be enough to crack it, I don't think. And we can respond to it very quickly. Yeah, the Furies here make all the difference. If it weren't for the Furies, I think we might have won. Yeah, this is why it sucks to have these two, because then it gets close to important provinces like this throne. Here, what happened? Furies. Oh man, I didn't sign enough. It's not enough, and the Bear Clan go in a file like that, bad formation fighter. Yeah, surrounded like that, it doesn't work very well. Yeah, the Furies again, just a few Furies makes a big difference. I want to see how many they killed. It was Nidian range, 56, and they got 10 mannequins from the carrion seed. So that sucks. All the mages retreated though. That's good. Here, another medium-sized army with a few Furies. Yeah, I just have Monkey PD here. It's never going to be enough. Like, all of those individually are not hard. It's just that he has a lot more armies. I could have the same amount if I had the money that I lost due to Ultra Dark. But that's his merit. Here I send the Queen of Storms with Staff of Storms and Air Gems. And a Crow Clan. And some elementals. Living Clouds. This is gonna be simple, but we didn't catch an army. Here at the Lost Canyon Range and Melma, there was an interesting situation that made me go back to turn 99. We were watching turn 100 to check exactly what happened. Not you. I'm going to press Y. Yeah. So Y is just the units that are storming the fort here at Lost Canyon Range. It was hard to see on the turn because I have so many commanders, but some of them are storming. And when you press Y, you can see which units are left. And so we have basically 120 Bear Clan warriors and some trash and some Earth Elementals and Illorths in the front. This is to break through the gate quickly. And we didn't leave a lot of mage support, but we left like some basic casters for like anti-magic, fire fan, Stygian Rains, divine blessing, army regeneration, serpent's blessing, legions of steel, oaken army since they're not using fire spells. We left this guy, for example, that's horror marked. Before the horrors kill him, might as well use him to do some damage with gifts from heaven. We left a cheap artifact here that it does -1 revigoration, but doesn't matter to holy casters, right? So Ardamon Soul Trap that Emerald the Redeemed crafted for us is going to bring more mages to do evocations and one commander. Now, what's not here is a few Kidnids, those summons with awe. And, you know, awe is not very good against mindless stuff because they have 50 morale. But I figured that I had too much stuff in only one block. It was vulnerable. Even though I have the artifact that blocks, I keep forgetting its name, Dome of the Ancient. It blocks 50% of the rituals. It can do a lot of stuff that might hurt the whole army. And it's already big enough, I think, to win any battle. So I have a lot of redundancy. So I thought I would leave behind a part of the army that would be just enough to take this fort and take the real meat of the army with all the more powerful spells and units to Melma here because I want to pressure this throne to stop Asphodel from winning. Okay, now we are at turn 100, which is the turn we were looking at, and when these battles happen. So first, there was an event. This was in the magic phase, so as you can see, this is the whole army before it's separated. It was flames from the sky, and it sucked that it went through our dome. It had a 50% chance of failing. However, I don't know if that was the only one he cast. Maybe he cast more, and this was just the one that went through. Some of our commanders died, and we got some of the items back. So we lost an adept. That sucks. To Bear Clan, but they became Bear. A Crow Clan, but he was twice born. But he probably got gear, so one Kokithia, that sucks a lot. One Lion Tribe, that doesn't matter. Just 3 of our 21 Shamans. So Nidavangr, we had more than we need, so that's fine too. Some Apprentices, that's okay. Some Trash. Some of our Kidnids. Some Lamias. A lot of Soulless, but they're just Siege Chef and to block. One Storm Drake. Oh, wow, we lost none of our Nid baits. That's good. Now, the other battle. So, as you can see, this is basically what I showed you prior. The units that we decided to leave, but I did leave also some fire snakes and some kidnets. And they brought a decent army with powerful units, Sagittarian carcasses that are sacred and have the carrion bowl and a magical vine whip along with the vines, the furies that are super powerful, a lot of other chaff, and they have an important mage commitment. Let's look at the commanders. So we have about the same number of mages because, as you can see, this part here, they're just they're not mages, they're just carrying units for him. And these four are the ghosts from the artifact. So two of them are just ghost thugs, not very good but interesting. And we got an earth mage with fear, that's cool, and an earth 4 and a fire 1 mage. That's very nice. And you can see that unfortunately this helmet was probably in a crow, and the crow died, and the spectral mage here picked it up. It doesn't even have air path, so it's not going to make use of it. But some of the items went to the commanders that moved away from this province, so we didn't really lose them all. They have this carrion lady who's gonna cast Divine Blessing probably, and it's nice that he's naming after other players. Green Guy, Demosthenes, and the Lich here, Tlaloc also. No, very well geared this thug. He doesn't want to lose him, and he has the Green Eye, which gives penetration +2 and has a lot of death gems. So we already know what we're gonna cast. It's gonna be interesting to see what they cast. Let's see. Our Stygian Rains. Put up Fall Vapors and Rigor Mortis. Now, I'm gonna stop right here, sorry. But as you can see, a lot of their units and our units are decaying. And this is because, let's see the Lich here. He is casting Winds of Death. And with his low fatigue and high penetration, low encumbers, I mean, and high penetration, he's hitting a lot. But even though the Mannequins and Furies have a high age due to being undead, they still suffer this decay from Winds of Death. They're not immune to it. Of course, our units that are humans and don't live for long, like this Bear Clan here who's decaying, he's 24 years old. He's going to be 50 very soon now that he's decaying. But the Kidnets, for example, they have a max age even higher than the Carrions and Mannequins, so they won't be affected too much. But let's see the battle. And Awakened Forests is very powerful. Most of the provinces are forests due to Well of Misery and people picking growth scales. And when you have a forest province, you get a lot of the big trees. And the big trees are quite powerful. Another Winds of Death. Even the shrubs are decaying. But yeah, our small group here that was just sent to storm the fort couldn't keep up with all the magic. And the units, of course. The Carrion Furies are very powerful. Yeah, if we had a little bit more, we could have won. But not with this small party we detached to. Well, I say small party compared to the main one because it's still a medium-sized army. But well played by Cookies. Catching a smaller army of mine with a powerful army of his. Well, the power is in the mages, really, right? Well, no, because the Furies and the Carcasses are here. I would probably have won with the full army, of course. But at the same time, it was better to get a lot of wins of that with penetration on the secondary detachment than the main army. Because even if I win, I would have got most of my units decayed. This is the tally. So they lost just 3 of the carrion commanders. That probably don't matter to him. He kept the mages. Well, the Lich, if he would have died, he would have come back anyway. And lost everything of his trash, gained 2 carrion ogres, apparently. Yeah, almost everything. But he kept most of the Sagittarian carcasses. And out of the 19 carrion furies we killed or they died to decay, only 6. So that sucks. It would have been good to kill the mages or more furies. And we lost that whole army, including the artifact, but the artifact was cheap. Is not a big deal. The werewolf retreated to Malma, and that's it. Now here at Malma, we still have all that. So the Nidavangr that are here, more important mages are here, the big communion is here. So it was probably better to trade like that. Otherwise, I would have won the battle with this, but everything here would have been subjected to all that decay. And the reason, of course, that we're putting an army completely isolated, surrounded here, is because we got to put pressure on the thrones. We are on a timer. If we are not in a timer, if we had more thrones, we could have taken slower. We could have separated like part of the army to here instead and made sure we were taking 1/4 at a time instead of pushing very aggressively like this. But we have no such time, unfortunately. Another option would have been going underground, pressuring where Agartha was here. And sorry for making this tangent in the middle of showing the battles, but I think it's important to show the army size on this turn, lest I forget. And yeah, we took a hit we went back to 2 turns ago in terms of army size. However, as we can see, they are losing proportionally more than we are. So this is a good trend. And even though we're being aggressive and losing a lot, if we can keep this trend up, we will exhaust their stocked up mannequins and carrions. And then I think we can continue to make progress in this war. What else? Yeah, we got them here, but they made it behind there. Yeah, but these armies that make it behind, they're very small. All I needed was somebody casting Stygian Rains and some Bear Clan doing nature buffs, and the PD would have won this. I just don't have enough for all the provinces I need to defend. So now we have to take care of this. Probably patrolling with some. I'm pushing. Well, we'll see that later, but I'm trying to set traps, predicting their moves. Some work, some don't. You can see that I'm trying to set a trap here. What happened here? This was from the lake. Yeah, they brought some stuff from the lake. And in this case, they lost to PD. Well, at least in one case, having PD worked out. Very close. Here, did we see it? I don't think so. They have some vampires. Spamming horde of skeletons. Barely any real troops, just garbage. Okay, here they're moving closer. A ton of horses. Moves the horses ahead sometimes because they're faster. They, of course, destroy the little Barbarian PD. Now, these places where we're getting raided, we can respawn very effectively. But here is a problem. I have not been recruiting units here. Am I recruiting now? No. Here a little bit. Here is a place where I cannot focus right now. Like the few things I have, I'm gonna liberate this throne. Which is not cracked. Yeah. It has Dome of the Seven Seals too, so I'm gonna be able to liberate it very quickly. But I don't have anything to deal with that. So here we're doing 2 earth attacks with the converted Black Sorcerer from Achaka and some other Earth Mage here. Because we saw that he only has 2 commanders. Let's check. I only see 1 actually. Yeah, he has 2 commanders. So if both succeed, he cannot move any further. So that's the idea there. I would prefer to use earth attacks to go after mages, but I need to use it defensively so I can take like 1 front at a time. Let's see. We got the Domes of the Seven Seals. The spell has been stopped by the Dome of the Seven Seals. There are 6 remaining. So this is working very well, thankfully. But yeah, it was probably some pop kill. Darport at Shinoyama cast a global enchantment. Put Purgatory up again, good. I'm happy that he has it. As you can see, I'm spending everything crafting and using for battle power and stuff. I'm just saving glamour to take over Dreams of the Awakening God. Oh, he casts 2 remotes on Nidavangr. So there are still 5 remaining. Getting the Wraith Lords. As for the attack now by 1, where was that? Oh man, this is gonna be tough to deal with. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Like each one of these is 3 attacks. And he has 0 encumbers because he's undead. And quickness. And 19 MR. Has some fire resistance from here. 2 helmet slots. Ay, ay, ay. Mirror of Long Lost Battles. Just horrible, horrible. I mean, did Asphodel needed this hero? Maybe it isn't powerful enough? It can tank an army and can destroy thugs too. Oh, Amro the Redeemed got attacked. How did he? Oh, he regained life from the bloodthorn. Nice. Good job, Emerald. Current maximum HP 28. Current HP 32 because he's healing more from the bloodthorn. Nice. 35 HP. What a beast. We've got a Crow clan that was blood hunting here with the bloodthorn and the sanguine as well. Oh, he got punched. Is that a punch? Commoner hit him with the leg with the dagger. He has such low hit points for being old. He has only 3 HP in his leg. Destroyed his leg. Should have cast Horde of Skeletons. That was a bad choice. Now he's fighting with a Bloodthorn, but missed. Has 3 attack. Alright, he's retreating. Poor guy. Well, he was twice born. We can't scout. We keep trying to scout. They haven't broken any of our walls. We haven't broken their walls. Yeah, and we got 3 new white mages. So the Crow clan that we're losing, we're not really losing. That is nice. Let's see the battles that will... Oh, the battles that we have planned that will play out in turn 101. So we're teleporting the Pretender here. Well, we have showed what we were doing, but I don't think it matters anyway. He would have to figure out exactly where we're teleporting and move a thug there. A Pretender killing thug. And we changed a little bit, removed the bracers of protection, gave him chains of reconstruction. It gives ring vig too, that's nice. Make him more survivable. Yeah, fire shield and stone skin. Soul Vortex, hopefully he casts on his own, although there are no living units here, so Soul Vortex will not be as good. Okay. What are we doing? Call of the Wilds. Oh, right here. Okay, so we're setting a trap here. Yeah, Stygian Rains trap. We don't have money to... Stygian Rains is always a lot better when you have more PD, but we need to recruit units. So it's just going to be the wolves and mages here. Living Earth, hordes of skeletons, animate tree. Yeah, it sucks. We need more units to support all that. Earth attack. We talked about the earth attack. This guy's teleporting into here, right? So we want to stop this threatening of our capital. Because it was definitely a mistake to lost recruitment 1 turn, but it's not the end of the war. But we need to stop it. So magic phase here with the Pretender, magic phase here with this thug. Yeah, it's not like ultra invulnerable to everything, but it's pretty good. I think he'll kill everything he has there. We're doing more record of creation. Earth attack we saw. Flames from the sky. No, the flames from the sky is here. Yeah, the yellow one is the earth rituals, and the orange one is the... Yeah, I wanna destroy forest labs, forest domes, and I'm checking where he has more units, so I kill more Manif Kings. That way we go through this faster. No, this graph, yeah. Okay, so that's rituals. Now on forging. Flash Eater, Waterlands, Fire in a Jar, Metal Matrix. We're getting the Soul Trap again because we lost it. Water Bracelet, Ice Helmet. That's for our units that have Cold Malice. Bloodstone, Clam of Pearls. Doing boosters and temporary gem generators because we're spending a lot of gems. All right, so let's start with the magic phase attacks. Let's start with this Flames from the Sky. Why not? I see some Furies here. The incident killed 6 commanders, 1 dryad, 4 boars, none of the Furies. You see, what I need to kill, it doesn't kill. So it's not really worth it. For that was the province with the most stuff in a single province I could find. And it's just 200 trash. All of this dies very easily to our armies. Like, it's not bad, like 10 Sagittarian carcass, but it's just not worth the 30 gems. All right, now let's see if my pretender can kill this stack. Summon Earth Power, Phoenix Fire, Astral Shield, Fire Shield, Stone Skin spells. Let's see how it goes. All right, nothing moved away because they couldn't move away in Magic Phase. Commanders, just 1. Oh man, it would be great to kill all these carrion behemoths. And I think we will. They can't trample him. He is size 9. Dirt, size 9. Not taking damage. Took a bonk there from the troll. Yeah, you see his protection is not very high, but with all the layers, Fire Shield helps a lot. There we go. All of them dead. Very nice. Yeah, 15 carrion behemoths. This is important. It's not the totals that matter, it's the type of unit. So every time I see carrion behemoths or carrion furies die, I'm happy. Now let's check out Maggoth or Thug here. Vine Shield, Flash Eater, Ice Helmet, Rainbow Armor. This is the Messenger, Girdle of Might, Ring of Regeneration. Teleporting here. With Phoenix Fire, Astral Shield, Body Ethereal, Fire Shield, resist magic attack closest. Let's see how it goes. Also, they couldn't move away. We do have Carrion Furies here, though. Wyvern interrupted him? Did. Got only Phoenix Fire up to now. Cast your other stuff, please. Astro Shield, yes, that's important. They're getting tangled. Interrupted again. Ring of Regeneration. Cast the spells. What did he get? Only Phoenix Fire and Astro Shield. That's concerning. Yeah, even though he only has the Flash Eater, he has the other attack from the Barbed Tail. The poison's not gonna do much with the poison resistance. Although it's 50, so maybe it works. Well, this Carrion Fury didn't pass the Astral Shield. This one didn't either. What is he doing? It wasn't scripted to do that, I don't think. Oh, that was pretty smart. He escaped the Carrion Furies. And now they have to walk all the way from back there. How fast are they? 12. Oh, 2 commanders. 66 fatigue. That's not very good. Carrion Furies are there again. Oh, they're getting hits in. $200 fatigue. That's not good. And he died. But in the real game, he killed 43, 2 of the Carrion Furies, and he managed to retreat. So he didn't die. Good. Let's see if our 2 Earth attacks kill the 2 commanders here at Troll Peaks. That way they don't raid inland where we don't have troops to defend. So first one, few bodyguards. Cookies is on top of things. You see how he patrols, how he splits his units based on usefulness and combat speed, and puts bodyguards. In this case, it's not going to be enough, I don't think. Yoink. And the second one, RP mannequin bodyguards. Yeah, we can expect the same. Seems like that was all the magic phase attacks. Let's look at some regular attacks then. Let's see if we clear the siege on the cap. Okay, I checked and there was no battle. I don't know what happened here, because I think if they're just units and no commanders, the battle still happens, but they rout or disintegrate. So maybe these wyverns, well, they're pretty fast, so they probably move to one of these locations. We know that they have 126 units here, so we're setting up a couple of traps. This is a Stygian Rains trap with just very crappy PD. Man, having to rely on militia and light infantry with Stygian Rains in vulnerability is tough, but it's what we can do. I don't remember if battles happen in either of these. Is it the same thing here? No, here we're doing... Yeah, we're using the Vine Ogres for the use I really intended for them, which is doing this. We make a very strong communion with Soul Vortex, because they will absorb the HP and fatigue from these guys. And then he can spam Solar Rays. This guy will also participate in the communion, and this is going to do a hail of burning embers to support the very few archers and javelins we have. Marble Army. And this guy is doing Dreamlight Legion. Man, these buffs are so good. I just don't have enough troops to make use of them. But let's see which one of these traps work. Okay, so first trap. This is the Stygian Rains trap. We ended up bringing more mages. Yeah, and we did catch him. So again, the Soulless are just there. They don't get the Stygian Rains because they're inanimate too. They're just added to avoid horse flanking. Didn't even try to flank. Wither bones. Very nice. Deleted a chunk of them. Kills my own PD, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, with mage support, even 20 PD can kill a stack. So first trap with Stygian Rains successful. The battle summary. Didn't lose this, just change shape. Lost 16 solas. And killed the 70 units that attacked us there. Great. Now the other trap worked too. Yeah, this is the Soul Vortex Power Communion with Hail of Burning Embers. Yeah, the horses got back here, but yeah, the Bear Clan, the Hail of Burning Embers, the luck on all units. These guys have poison missiles and fire missiles. Have you ever seen Lion Tribe PD be this good? Oh, that's what we needed. I'm hoping this guy is not gonna die to the Soul Vortex. And the warriors retreat as always. But it was just enough, thankfully. Yeah, there we go. Lost only one Bear Clan warrior, gained a carrion commander. That doesn't really matter, but we killed the 50 horses that attacked us there. Good, 2 traps, and both of them worked. We are reinforcing here because, well, they can't, maybe they can reach. It does have some horses. I don't see a lot of stuff here. This is a big army. I need to free this. Now, this is a good time to mention. I like having this guy. As you can see, he's very useful. But now I'm finding that I don't have a lot of experience with late game. And in late game, like, there's a lot of forts. Look at this, all forted up. And I don't want to put him in forts, because to get him out, it's going to take an extra turn. And I have to provoke a battle if a battle doesn't happen to use returning. And returning has a chance not to work. So I'm preferring to use them where there's no forts. But for the most important fights, they are on top of forts sometimes. I'm now preferring getting titans or monsters for this reason. We can check if we're able to free the this is important because he doesn't have a lot here on the Throne of Fire. It is domed. Let's see, the fortification has only 55 damage, so it lasts a long time, but he can keep reinforcing, and I want to make it free. And also I can recruit fire mages here that I don't have natively. Here's one, and I need those. Again, I thought there would be a battle, but they moved somewhere else, so it's hard to keep track where they went. They could have gone back to a place where they have their units and commanders. We'll check from the map next turn. Now here we have an interesting scenario because I have 1000 siege strength here. I could have more, but I'm trying to preach down this. I managed to preach down one candle. He has an important army here, and he can reinforce from these 2 places. Now I have this army here with a lot of Nibatads, 1 mage of each path, but it does have a couple of thugs. It has a few artifacts. And I could join both armies here to make this even stronger. This is the problem of being on the clock. I don't want to leave because I want to make progress. Now he's casting some wall enchantments here, and this is the reason it's not making progress. Iron walls or enchanted walls, or there are other spells like that. I think between the time I played the game and now that I'm recording, Ill Winter changed, so these spells don't replenish the the fortification strength, you have to cast it while it's not under siege to gain the full value. But that wasn't the case here. So every time he does it, I think it replenishes everything I siege down. So I don't want to leave, even though it has nowhere to retreat to. It's terrible. Because I'm on the clock for Asphodel to win the lane, I decided to leave. And here, I'm not very confident that this army, even though it has a lot of mid base, it has like one mage of every path, basically, right? But not the support I wanted, like I have for other armies. But I'm just hoping that he's gonna forget that I can come up from here, and he's gonna instead try to kill this army. So maybe I win one of the battles. In any case, this guy is priest 5 with the items, so fanaticism, divine channeling, army regeneration, legions of steel. The pro clan here can't do a lot, so he's spamming some mistform, frost fan, a little bit of battle fortune. Yeah, this is not the all allied unit spell, it's just area effect 20. Serpent's blessing with our tug and some bark skin. This guy gave him some blood slaves, so he'll be able to thug, fire fan, summon fire elemental. So he's not like the best support I could have, but we need to try. This is mostly hoping he'll forget I can emerge from there. But let's see. Did he forget? No, he most definitely did not forget. Okay, let's pause this for a second. Let's see what we have here. Oh yeah, all the mages now. He has these are the players of our game and some other Dominions players, and yeah, they're pretty kitted out to do fall vapors and the stuff. Has a lich too with the flailing hands. Yeah, he definitely did not forget. And we have Awakened Forest. Just terrible. We already outnumbered. And with Awakened Forest threatening our back line, puts us in a very, very bad position. Most of the carrion furies are not even here yet. We're already having trouble. And the carrion furies are super prepared to kill our mid-baits with unholy weapons. So even though mid-baits are great units, they don't stand a chance. And they're flanking us too. Have fire resist in the blast, so the fire elementals aren't going to be great either. Yeah, now we're getting flanked by Furies on both sides. And he's carrying a lot of carrion too, due to the carrion seed balls. Yep, that's it. Complete wipe. So, lost everything. We killed one Hydromancer, only 15 of the 100 carrying Furies. All the carrying horses, all the wolves. Out of the 1500, we killed almost 500. But it was mostly trash. One Black Dryad. Yeah, didn't even do a lot of damage. And it sucks that it was our base stack, but it was in their ground. And as I showed you a few episodes ago, they couldn't get to the front lines through any other way. So this is why it sucks to be on the clock because somebody else is going for thrones. You have to make moves that aren't the best. If I could wait with them, I mean, if I waited with them inside the cave, I wouldn't have lost. Okay, but would that put me closer to stopping him from winning the game? Also, no. All right, we're setting a few traps here. Here, I'm not gonna try to figure out which one of these traps work. This is like too many possibilities. But I am moving some stuff here to. I'm building a fort here, aren't I? Yeah, 1 month remaining. And I have a trap here with mages to protect this construction. And I'm moving just this guy. I just wanted him to blood hunt and cast blood rituals. And actually, even better, just summon Illorth. We have some Illorth here. Oh, why? Yeah. Illorth, they're good elementals. Magical Crystal Fist. Tramples too. Side 6. Regenerate. We had some gear. This is not like the perfect gear for him, but this is what we had left over. And since there's no mages here, there's just a bunch of trash. I just need to push this off my line. I'm gonna try this way. He has summon earth power, temper flash, damage reversal, iron skin, regeneration, attack. Let's see if this works. Let's see if he finds anything. Just one PD. Yeah, it's unfortunate spending his turn doing this, but I need to get the province back one way or the other. Just watch him get the commander is satisfying. Punch him. Now the trap here where we're building the fort worked. So we have a little bit of mage support and some trolls that the vampires have been making. A little bit of PD, some alerts, but it's not a lot, so... Yeah. No problem. Didn't get the route message yet? Yeah. Oh, they're routing. Yeah. Got the 77 mannequins and stuff. Only lost 27 trolls. That was good. Okay, now we're moving out. We want to have the option. Here we can scout because he can't patrol since he's sieging. So we know if the fortification gets breached. We know it's breached here. So we're moving in. What did we manage to get here? Some fire snakes, storm drakes, a few bear clan, some assorted random stuff. What is this? Yeah, some fake creatures, lamias. And we're trying to put them in the same squads to get the morale bonus from the items. And a small communion don't really have gems to power this army a lot. Do have Army of Mist, that's nice. We do have Strength of Gaia, Perseverance Blessing with the Eye of Gaia, so we don't spend gems. The army regeneration is plugged into the communion, but we do spend a few gems. We only have temporary 2. Okay, let's see how this goes. Just 1 PD, he moved away. And here we want to protect our lake. We don't want raiding through this area. Now he's eating up all of Naba. So we separated a thug here. The greenstone armor we got from Bogus, and a Mace of Eruption, a Flesh Eater, Braces of Protection. Yeah, I can already see the problem. His encumbrance is too high. This guy we actually want to die to make him a better thug. We don't want to lose the gear, but at least the gear is not too expensive. And he has Valor. What is he casting? Personal Bark Skin, Elemental Fortitude, Personal Regeneration, Skeletal Body, and Large. Let's see how it goes. Also 1 PD. Yeah, which is good because this greenstone armor has too much encumbrance for what it does. Like, it's thematic that it gives acid resistance to a troll that's weak to acid, but it's not worth 6 encumbrance, and the protection is not very high at 20. How's his fatigue? Yeah, he's already fatigued out just with this script. Of course, in this case, there's nothing he's going to win, but I need to give him better gear. Even though I want him to die, I don't have time to play around with that, no. Yeah, he's fatigued out again. It does regenerate a lot. What a ridiculous stuff. The dancing trident killing him is just sleepy and regenerate. Yeah, current maximum hit points 44. Has afflictions, but I can heal them. Bro, this is like a statue that doesn't have an cast. Oh, he's routed? I don't think he can leave the battle. Because the vines are just raising his... I'm at around 60. I wish we could make this faster. Yeah, he's full HP. And he didn't berserk with the Flesh Eater. Is he berserk now? Leadership 76. What? I don't know. This is very confusing. Yeah, he's gone berserk. But then he loses gone berserk because he's sleeping. Yeah, he gets red because every time he gets damage, he goes berserk. We're at 100, he's gonna lose the buffs. He can't leave. He wants to leave, but he can't. $83 HP on the big tree. Let's make it go faster again. Still out regenerating the damage. Okay, he died. Let's see how. From the branch. But in the real game, he did conquer, kill the 4 mannequins. I don't know exactly what happened. Maybe he went berserk before getting chained, fatigued out by the vines. And yeah, just killing the 4 mannequins and then 1 or 2 of the lion tribe should be enough to cause the HP route. Up here on the Calum front, we are attacking, consolidating some stuff from these places. It's not like making progress in this direction does anything for us, but what's the point of staying in the forts waiting to defend? Might as well push out if we can. We have Stygian Rains, but unfortunately only on a few of the bark. Oh no, we do have a few more. Yeah, we have these 52 and then 40 more. And some Draconian and wolves. Some Vine Ogres, a few trolls, the rest is trash. Do have some temporary gems, so we have some spells. This guy can't do much, so he's doing Horde of Skeletons. Okay, let's see how it goes. We did catch an army this time. I'm glad because the way he's playing, Cookies is playing very well, has more armies, more stuff than us. So he can avoid my armies and still make progress in other places. So whenever I catch an army, I'm really glad. Because what I need to do is reduce the number of mannequins. So I can focus on the offense more and not in a more coordinated fashion, not in desperation. Yeah, and here the invulnerability is gonna help a lot. Vulnerability is not as good for them because it doesn't add to the natural protection, and they rely on natural protection. They don't have armor. Man, and if Asphodel already didn't have enough, they have specific spells that mend the dead, that buff the dead. Such a powerful nation. There's a Carrion Fury there. A few more up here. Yeah, they killed my Draconians. Now the rest of the Bear Clan came in. Okay, they routed. Nice. Die, Carrion Furies, die. Cool. This is the result. Man, our Flame Spirit did a lot of damage. A lot of those were our own troops, though. Lost 33 Bear Clan. Half of our Draconians, but they routed, I think. Few Solus, most of the Wolves. How many Carrion Furies did we kill? Didn't get the Panic Apostate, that's bad. We killed all 8 Carrion Furies. They killed a lot, they're so powerful. And the rest of the trash, totaling almost 300. Nice. And from the group that attacked here, I detached the vampires to raid. Honestly, they should have been blood hunting. I wanted them available to jump into Magic Phase Sabbaths if needed. So I'm trying to keep them in labs. But it's this desperation situation where I'm trying to stop the throne play and I don't know what to do, and then you start making decisions that don't make sense. So what I thought here is just I have to put pressure. I don't gain a lot from the raiding. I don't need 44 income from this province. This isn't defending a throne, but my thought is just put pressure where I can, because as soon as this main thing here is relieved on my inner provinces, I'm going to be able to push hard. And we are prepared. We have the fort here we need. We're moving mages here to build a lab, even one with in stealth with the mask. We already have the fort here with the lab, but we're cleaning out the initial raid pressure. It's probably not the best choice, but this is what I'm choosing to do. Just Order of Skeletons, damage reversal, regeneration spells. Let's see. Will they find anything here? No, just one PD. We can just look at how many skeletons they make. Yeah, they make a lot. Didn't spawn bullet slaves apparently. Oh, that's good at least. Now, here we have a problem. Abad didn't take this, so it still belongs to Machaka, right? I don't know or don't remember what's in there. Now that I recorded, I remember I think it's nothing, and Nabad just failed the storm on the PD, the fort, the PD inside the fort. So Asphodel can take it very easily. I'm seeing what they have here, and I'm thinking what I can send to kill that. So it's carrying horses, carrying boars, and carrying bears, but it's fewer carrying bears. This is relevant. So I messaged Nabah, and I messaged right in the beginning of this turn, because it was taking like 2 to 3 days, sometimes more, for a turn to roll, because I needed extensions or other players needed extensions. So I gave him a few days to answer me. Right as I saw, I asked him this. I said, are you going to try to defend this? Because if you are, I'm not going to send anything. I'll try to attack somewhere else. Because I can either prevent him from taking more thrones, or I can take thrones that he has. And Abba didn't say anything. And I even said, if you don't say anything, I'm going to attack it. But if you just say I'm going to try anything, then I won't attack because I don't want to attack. But he didn't say anything, so I left it scripted. I took a bunch of my very powerful air stuff, and I did Living Clouds, Summon Storm Power, which will raise this one to 7, this one to 7, air. So Living Clouds will be very cheap, will not be 200 fatigue. And then summon air elementals. They do get air elemental empowerment, so they will be larger. This one has 9 gems, right? Plus 2. Yeah, 9 gems total. This one has 5, but it has plus 4, so it's 9 gems total. This was calculated to kill that army that was there. So let's see how it goes. So the first battle we see is Nabab bringing out a thug. Firebrand, Marble Armor, Chains of the Construction, Girdle of Might, Starshine Skullcap. He is empowered to fire, so that's nice. Phoenix Spire, Fire Shield, Body Ethereal. Yeah, the Fire Shield is killing them. It's getting the boars too, nice. This is a very expensive thug because you have to consider the empowerment. Not only the cost in summoning him and the gear. But I did tell Nabah, and I did tell when the turn roll, I said, if you don't say anything, then I'm going to assume you're not sending anything and I'm going to attack. But I don't want to attack. And they didn't tell me, but they sent it anyway. Astro Shield, nice. Yeah, if they get the bears, they get the rest of the mannequins, right? Yeah, look how fast they kill themselves on the fire shield. Yeah, that's so that was in the magic phase, and this is the result. Kill all the 200 units. This is what we were aiming to kill with the elemental royalty we sent. We only sent them because they could move so fast. We didn't attack it in the magic phase. We attacked it by moving, and they have such a high move they could get there. And this is the second attack that happens. This is in the normal phase. And instead of meeting his army, I met Nabat's thug. Now, I didn't even want to bring these guys here. I told him I won't bring if you just tell me you're going to defend it. I didn't say anything. So this is a disaster because I don't want to kill Nabat stuff. I want Nabat to be strong and to be able to defend. But not only this is eating the gems I need and taking time out of my... Yeah, it's already blew him up. They can trample because, yeah, they're size 8. So wasting all of my gems, and now he died. And then this is the third battle. Moved in with more, Asphodel moved in with more stuff. And now they don't have the gems. They just have the temporary gems. This one just has 2 and this one just has 4. And it was calculated to summon a lot more of the size 8 air elementals. Because the size 8 trample all this stuff. But the Living Clouds one can't trample the bears. So this messed up everything. Also, the Thug is here. So maybe they would lose. But maybe if they had more gems and more size 8 elementals, they would clear this so fast the Thug would route due to HP. He's not morale 50, he's morale 30. He can route. So it's unfortunate that they didn't answer me. Of course, I really didn't lose. You know how many air gems this is? Because these two were summoned. It was a discount site, but still. And then they have all the gear, and then the air gems I put in them. The gear is also very discounted. But still, I needed them. And we didn't kill enough, and now the Thug comes in, and the Thug's just gonna one-shot them. Did they paralyze him? I don't see it. It's 25 HP. Wow, he almost died. He did die. Wow. Are they fatigued out due to the vines? Yep. Yeah, and they die. But unfortunately, in the real game, we still lost, but we didn't kill the hero. And this could have made a big difference. Killing this hero was so important because he's not immortal or anything. And this is one of the cases where I did test a bunch of stuff. I even tested sending him to the Inferno, which I can do with my blood magic. And he goes to the Inferno, he just kills everything that's in the Inferno and comes back at the random province. And whatever random province he lands with the gear and the blast, he can kill anything there. And so there wasn't really a good big point sending him to an Inferno. I would have to soul slay him or opposition him a lot with the magic resistance 19 he had. So having killed him by shocking him like we did would maybe have changed the game. It's unfortunate. It's not only unfortunate that Nabat didn't respond to me, but it was a series of unfortunate events because the order was terrible for us. Since my attack happened in the move phase, it could have happened that this battle went against the golem, and then when we attacked, we had our full gems, and if he had our full gems, we would have won this because the size 8 elementals will trample all of this crap very, very fast. Let's check the score graphs. So provinces, Asphodel gained a lot, and we lost a lot. but that doesn't really reflect the state of things, I think, because all of this raiding we can't push back. We just suffered a lot in the initial wave, as was expected, because 3 turns after all the Utter Dark, 3 turns was not enough to get in fighting position. So it looks like Asphodel is already destroying us, but I don't think that's representative. Yeah, I don't know if sieging forts count, but when forts were close, yeah, they did chunk a little bit of our income, but we're still higher. Gem income, we lost a little bit due to the rating. Um, I think maybe we shouldn't even have sent those vampires. We should have kept. Ideally, I would get to Storm Demons or to Fiends of Darkness in this game, but I think I was thinking I didn't have time. Like I'm saying, I'm trying to do 3 things at once. Defend from the major rating of all those units Asphodel accumulated, make progress and take their thrones, and defend other people's thrones. And I'm not focusing on one thing, and I'm making bad decisions trying to do everything at once. Research slowed down. Dominion is losing due to losing temples and the global. But as we saw, army size were making progress. I think this is the most relevant one. If we keep this trend, uh, we they might have still a lot of carrion furies and stuff, but just removing all the trash, that's going to be a big boom for us for changing the course of this game. And ascension points, he's already very close. How many thrones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still needs 2. But if he gets this one, then he only needs 1. And he's sieging out this one as well. And I don't know what's going on with other Shinoyama's throne. And I'm not very near of getting this one, although I have a big army on top. But the global Dreams of the Awakening God, we know he has a lot. But the 49 glamour and having glamour income, in a few turns, we'll be able to overcast it. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks for joining me and see you next episode. Bye.